Good morning, y'all. Lisa here with David. Happy New Year. Anyways, got a couple of really cool changes to the channel. Number one, we're filming from David's phone. He's got a really nice camera. I have a really nice camera too, but we're going to try to do a little bit of beginner editing. Well, David is, not me. I don't know anything about this stuff, but
wish me luck.
Yeah, he's going to do great. He figures all that stuff out. So anyways, we're going to go on to 30 days of healthy, budget-friendly Nourish Bowls. So if you're not familiar with the Nourish Bowl, we like to call it a Nourish Bowl. Some people call it like a Buddha Bowl. But basically, it is, we like to use these type of bowls. These are awesome. This is my favorite plate bowl. You can get these like at TJ Maxx or I think we got these at Tuesday Morning, like 4 of them for $10. They're not expensive, but they just have a little lip on them, and you can use them for soup or stews, and they just hold everything in nice, and it's a good size. So this is what we will probably be plating all our little Nourish Bowls in, and I like to think of it as kind of like a deconstructed whatever it is that you're making. It's just building. My purpose of doing these videos is to really just show you an easy way of putting together dinner, because for me, I just like things simple. I like to eat really healthy and clean. I don't like to overcomplicate stuff, and I like to not spend a whole lot of money. I like to get things on sales and still gonna apply all the same tips and tricks, but I'm gonna show you guys how you can really eat a really well-balanced meal on a budget. And you know, for me, if I have to look at a recipe in a cookbook and it's got like 8 different recipes within a recipe, no thank you. So you're gonna see things are gonna seem very simple, but you know, I'm hoping just to show you guys kind of like a formula. I've shown David, and David 9 times out of 10, if he makes dinner, does a Nourish Bowl like this, because it takes all the pressure off of thinking about what to have for dinner.
So simple.
Yeah, so simple. So you guys are gonna see tonight we're gonna put together our first little meal, and you're gonna see just how I work in the kitchen, just using up little leftovers, finding things that I have in the house, and working from there. It's really, really simple formula. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it, and if you have any suggestions for different types of bowls, just leave them in the comments. We also wanted to just briefly touch on the last challenge that we did, which was David went shopping with $16, and he had to get food for the 2 of us for 4 days. And I think that challenge went really well. He got a nice variety, and so anyway, some people really wanted to know what were some of the favorite meals, and so it's all in a playlist if you guys want to go back and watch it. But we made stuffed peppers on the first night. We made Kung Pao chickpeas. We made fish cakes, and we made a pasta fra diavolo. A couple of soups. We made a congee soup, a minestrone soup, and a vegetable bisque. And then we also, for breakfast, made Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, and also a rice porridge cereal. So we had some really, really good eats. So I thought everything was delicious. Some of my favorites, I really love the stuffed pepper. I thought that was very tasty, especially that broth, very flavorful, and the cream cheese.
That was my favorite.
You said that was your favorite.
Yeah, the stuffed pepper was fine. Yeah,
it was all the meals I thought were very filling. I mean, the only thing I would have maybe done different, because it's being a little conservative on the first day, but we were left on the last day with a good bit of pasta. So what I used to do for my kids, and if I still do, when I make like a minestrone soup or stew, they love it over pasta. So I could have taken those noodles that I put in the soup, but just in a little heartier portion, and put this soup over the noodles, and it would have been so soupy-like, but it would have been a very filling, a little more filling meal. Of course, we have the bread. We just made 2 batches of bread yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Just a regular one, and experiment with the cinnamon raisin.
Oh, that's really good.
And they're like 30 to 50 cents a loaf. So definitely, bulk up your meals with some fresh homemade bread or a little salad or whatever you got on hand.
You know, that loaf of bread that you made, remember going to Harris Teeter that they were like $4.99 or $5.99 a loaf.
Yeah, they're
crazy.
expensive, and they're a little smaller actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
well, did you feel like you had enough food on the challenge? Like, were the meals pretty hearty, or like what were some of your other like favorite components of? You said you like that vegetable soup, which actually I thought was going to be a disaster with those canned vegetables, but it actually turned out to be one of your favorites. You said.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. Like I said, the stuffed pepper, that was probably the favorite. And
so we had kung pao chickpeas. We had, and then the fish cakes, and the pasta fra diavolo.
That was good too.
Yeah.
I would say just my favorite was the
stuffed peppers.
Stuffed peppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember all the names.
Well, that's okay.
All the stuff you made.
So a lot of people, some people have suggested that I do the shopping and then you have to make something. What do you think about that?
Who was that?
I don't know, but I think.
Was it Kayla?
Moving forward.
I think it was.
Moving forward.
That sounds
good. You know, with these beautiful Nourish bowls, Dave will be doing some cooking, so I'll be filming him, and yeah.
I don't mind cooking.
No, he cooks.
These are my favorite.
Every so often, yeah.
Buddha bowls are my favorite. I can get from leftovers, but I like going to shop and getting exactly what I want.
Yeah.
And making the Buddha bowls.
Yeah, but well, you can do that too. But you've also learned like that if you just have a little bit of something.
Oh yeah. No. It's you know if you have a day, you know, 1 or 2 days of food you ate and you have all that in there. Listen. Before I met Lisa, I used to throw my leftovers away. I would not eat a leftover unless it was pizza that I bought. But
he did. I would go into his house and I look in the trash can like, why'd you throw that away?
She'd get mad at me.
Oh God.
She would. So I learned not to throw anything away, not because she yells at me, but because you can make 1 or 2 more meals from your leftovers. It's crazy. You can save so much money. Yeah.
Yeah, I call it free food.
It is free food.
So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now we're gonna have some coffee and we're gonna run a couple errands. And tonight we've got a really tasty Nourish bowl. I think we're gonna do some a fajita bowl because I've got some bell peppers that actually was given to me by someone that was going out of town, and I was like, you know what? This is how I work. What do we have? What's inspiring me? What can I do with some bell peppers? So I'll walk you along that when I pull out everything, and we'll make our first little Nourish bowl. Catch you later. All right, guys. David and I are at our garden, and we are going to pick some lettuce for tonight's dinner because we're doing some fajita bowls, and I'll show you what we got. And our garden was about the only one that made it because we covered it up, but we got pretty much just growing all baby greens. I showed it before, but we got some green onions. I have to go through some of them because some of them died during the cold weather, and we're gonna replant a few things. David's so good at that. So here we go, and I'm gonna grab some lettuce for tonight. We are home now. I got David in charge of washing those greens from the garden. Look how beautiful. So we are putting together our first Nourish Buddha bowl, and it's going to be a fajita bowl. As I was telling you guys earlier, what inspired this, and this is how I work every night. I'm just going to use up things I have in the house and then shop accordingly. And that's how I'm going to create these bowls, and that's how you guys are going to create the bowls too, because they're so flexible. So I had these, 1 red, 1 green, and 1 yellow that came like a pack of 3. We chopped them up last night just to save some time today. But that's what inspired this. So you can use any color pepper you want. You can use green, will be the least expensive. But if they have things on sale, you can do multiple colors. But I thought I'd do a little pepper and onion. So again, whenever I have stuff and I don't think I can use it or get to it, I just freeze it. if you're unsure about something, just go through the store, the frozen food section. You'll see frozen peppers and onions. Okay, I can freeze my peppers and onions. Frozen butternut squash, frozen cantaloupe, honeydew. I mean, anything that you see, it can be in a store for sale. You can freeze at home. So I'm going to do a little pepper and onion saute here. And you can see it. I just pulled stuff from the house. I have a half avocado I need to use up before my challenge. This is perfectly fine. I'm just going to scrape right off this the brown stuff. So we have a little avocado. Got green onions from the garden and lettuce. I got a tiny bit of corn here. Thought that'd be nice. I'm going to make up a little bit of rice. And I think since I don't have too much rice, I'm going to add the corn to it. Some beans. Beans are great. You'll notice I'm going to bulk up a lot of the meals to keep it budget friendly with some kind of legume or starch or bean and lots of vegetables. But I also have in the freezer these refried black beans from not too long ago, 12-14, and I froze them. And it's just David and I tonight. So rather than open up a can of beans, which I can do, I think I'm just going to microwave this, make it easy, and we'll have some refried black beans. I've got some sour cream and salsa in the fridge, some jalapenos, some sriracha for some spice. But anyways, I'm going to get some rice on the stove. And I'm going to get the peppers and onions sauteed. Oh, and some protein. You could keep this completely vegetarian, vegan, and you don't need any protein. You're going to see when we put all this together. But you can use whatever you have in the house. I have some turkey. I buy this. I get a great deal. It's like a pound of it. I cook it all, and then I bag it up in small portions so it's easy to take out. I just cooked this not too long ago. But you can use chicken, ground beef, ground turkey, steak, whatever you have. Whatever leftover is going to work. And also, too, I'll show you whenever I cook stuff, because we're going healthy, remember? I don't use any oils when I cook. Very rarely. They're full of fat and calories, and you don't really need it. So I use a little cooking spray or a little water to saute things, and it keeps it nice and light and fresh. So let me gather a few things together, and I'll take you along here. Okay, got the peppers and onions in there. Look how beautiful with the colors. Now remember, we eat with our eyes, so if you can, when you're picking things out that you have in the house, little random things, just try to add something with a little color. If you go to the store, pick out some red cabbage or some sweet potatoes or frozen corn or whatever. Just try to get some color. So I got some rice in the back here. I'm just making just plain old rice with some water. And since I don't have that much of that corn, I'm going to cook the corn with the rice. Just mix it all together because there's not a whole lot there. And we're big on not having to do a million dishes. So I've got this working here. And then, let's see, this I'm going to microwave. This I'm just going to heat up in the pan after this cooks up. And then I'm going to make a little sauce here I'm going to show you with the sour cream and the salsa mixed together. I think it's going to be good. Now I'm going to make up a really tasty sauce. And it couldn't be any simpler. I do like equal parts. I mean, there's really no recipe, guys. It's salsa and sour cream mixed together. It is so good. Whatever your favorite salsa is and sour cream. Again, this is just what I have in the house. I like this brand, but I'm not digging it in this little squirt bottle. I don't know why they put it in that. But anyways, it's kind of like equal parts. And this salsa was kind of thick. So if you need to thin it down, sometimes I'll add just a little bit of water. Probably needed to get a little bit of a bigger bowl. I'm just making enough for David and I. So sometimes if it's too thick, I'll add enough water to make it saucy. But this is looking good. This is looking good. And if you don't like sour cream, just use salsa. If you don't like salsa, just use sour cream. But yeah, perfect. That's what you want. Like half and half. And this is a fantastic salad dressing or sauce to go over anything. So this is going to be our sauce for our Nourish bowl. And then I got the peppers and onions sauteed. And I didn't need all that ground turkey. I froze it. They're like, I don't know, 3-4 ounces in each bag. So I just used 1.5 bags. And the reason why you save a lot of money with these Nourish bowls is the protein, animal protein, I'm going to say like beans or something, is never the star. It's just an ingredient. You treat it as an ingredient. And that cuts the cost tremendously. So if you have some chicken, take 1 chicken breast for 4 people and slice it up really thin, like when you go to the Chinese place. And then you sprinkle it on top. You're going to see. You save a lot of money this way. You treat it as the ingredient, not as the main course. If I had some taco seasoning, that would be preferable, but I don't have any, so I'm just using some Creole seasoning. Just something to kind of give it a nice little flavor that kind of goes with the theme here. And it's already cooked, which makes it so easy to have on hand. So I'm just going to warm it up in the pan a little bit. And that's it. Everything's coming together. All right, guys, Dave and I are sitting down. Look at this. I forgot I had a little tiny little knob of Colby Jack cheese in the fridge that I wanted to grate up and put on there. So we got a little cheese and the refried black beans, some rice with corn, ground turkey, the peppers and onions, the lettuce. We got that salsa and sour cream sauce. What'd you think of that, babe? Because you never had that. He's like,
no.
Let me taste this and see if I like it.
I didn't think it was going to taste very good at all, but it tastes delicious.
It's good, huh?
It is, yeah.
I use that all the time as a salad dressing. It's great for anything Tex-Mex. A little bit of avocado. Again, we didn't even have to go to the grocery store. If I open my fridge, there's nothing in there, guys. Got my plate here. And this is a Nourish bowl. This is just putting everything out for everybody to dish up like Thanksgiving dinner. And you take a little bit of everything. Again, the meat is not the superstar here. It's just an ingredient to add some flavor and texture. But you can make it however you want, however your budget allows. But yeah, David put a little jalapeno peppers, a little sriracha. I'm going to put a little sriracha too. He put some sweet chili on his rice. And that's it. You want to take a little bite, Bubs?
These are so easy and so fun that I'm sure the rest ones we're gonna do are gonna turn out just as nice.
Well, we got to show 30 days of them.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I know.
But this is how we eat. We just find what we have in the house. We just any vegetable in the freezer, and you just put together stuff. It's really, really simple, and it's fun that way because you get a nice variety.
Yeah.
And I only dirtied up 2 pans. We've got a little bit of leftover rice, so stay tuned for tomorrow's meal because that's what it's all about. It's an easy way just to put some leftovers together. How is that? Pretty tasty?
Yeah, no, it's good.
And you can keep it vegan, vegetarian. Put whatever meat you want.
Yeah.
Let me flip it over. See film. So, hello. So he can actually, his phone allows you to flip it. I can't do that while I'm recording. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and you got more of that sauce, babe. You like that sauce?
Yeah,
so I'm going to take a bite for you guys. Ooh. I love sour cream. Well, sour cream and salsa together is so good. And we got the black beans, a little bit of this rice, some of the turkey. Oh, I'm eating it all together here. I can't even get everything. There we go. I never know where the camera is.
So good.
Delicious. So simple. Again, really no recipes, but this is how we eat every day. I don't mind coming up creating stuff. Tomorrow I'm going to show you guys a recipe for something. Something that typically would be like a main course, but how to turn it into a Nourish bowl and to save on the cost and because you're not making it the superstar. Okay, so we're going to fill the plate with a bunch of other nice things. Anything you have in the house, these are very, very flexible. And by the end of 30 days, you guys are going to be a master of making Nourish bowls, Buddha bowls. Yep. So, hope you guys enjoyed. And remember to make food with love, eat happy foods, right, babe? We'll catch you guys. In the next vlog real soon. Ciao, my friend.